Hi, thanks for joining me for another adult coloring sheet. This is out of the Kappa Creative Coloring book that has the turtle on the front that looks sort of shiny paisleys or modern realistic type paisleys. There's another one, but they look sort of like a cartoon. So in this, I'm going to do page 26. It's a giraffe. And I want the giraffe to stand out. There's a lot of details going on in there. And I'm going to play those down by coloring those, I guess, all one color. And I haven't decided on the color for that yet. So let's do the focal point, which I may just color all of that gray. I hate to do that, but it's sort of a frame. So let's see. I know I want the giraffe to be sort of the realistic type colors, the browns and yellows. And I'm going to put some purple somewhere on there. I think his this thing here, I wanted it to look like a gold color. I'm going to color that bar that comes down really light. Very, very light. This should be it right here, going down there. That's very lightly colored. This breast I want to be really lightly colored. Now I'm going to have to mix some colors up because of course I don't want it to look flat. And with colored pencils, remember that you must be light and then come in with extra layers where you can make them darker. So, to keep from running myself crazy, I know these squares or these odd shapes here are going to be darker than this yellow. So I'm just going to color right over them, all of them. Right over all of them. See that? Because I'm going to have to come back over later. And color them again. So I'm just going to color everything this color, which will be the background. I think that's his ear there. So that color is there. And then I'll come back over it with a different color. So I think lightly colored there. With these lines going through here, that means this is here and here. Sometimes it takes me a minute to see what they're really doing. Some of these lines just kind of run all over the place. There. Excuse the side of that. There. And I want to make this somewhat darker. Yeah, looks like we have a thunderstorm coming. There. This is the saddle. Make him some fringes coming off that saddle. What the heck? I know this isn't realistic, but I'm gonna make this purple as well. The hair, and of course this little tassel on his tail. I'm gonna make these nodules up here. This is usually, I think, brown or black. Make those purple as well. And that's what's showing. And now I'll go back up. I'm gonna make this around his, this is what, his harness. We'll make that purple as well. This doesn't stand out that much to me. I guess it really doesn't need to. Now I'll do these spots on him. Again, I don't want to color them too dark at first. I can go back and add more color to them. I think I'm going to do them like I probably do rock. They're really not going to, they're going to be flat. But I don't want them to look like a flat color, if that makes sense. Like one flat color, like I'm coloring the wall. I don't want it to look like that. So I have that, and let's see what it look like when I come in over and color it with that. I think I like that. So it makes it look, it's not 3D, but it doesn't look flat. There, I like that. I'm doing a painting. I don't want it to look like the wall. So I'm sort of tracing the shape. And then I'm coming back and coloring it. So I have two different browns here. If I didn't, I would come and trace it. Use a heavier hand to trace it with, and then come and color it in lighter with a lighter hand, not so heavy. And that way you make dark lines and light lines by increasing or decreasing the amount of pressure that you put on it. And I'm doing all of them as I'm tracing it. I'm tracing around the black outline. I'm making it more towards the sides and the bottom, not the top part of the shape. So they're not 3D shaped, but at least it won't look flat. Now I'm going to go back in and color in with the other brown. Because remember, I colored everything yellow at first. See that? Because it didn't make sense to try and color between the lines all of these shapes. Almost all the time when I color something, should I say paint something, I use 3 different shades. That way it's not flat. Because we're not painting walls now. That looks so much better. I like it. I really do like it. Now, because I don't want, see that, the yellow part of it? It looks the same up here as it does down here. So now I'm going to come back down here on the bottom and add some more yellow here and there. Especially here where there should be a shadow under his belly casting on his legs. Down here on the bottom. Right there. So it doesn't look flat. The bottom part of the tail would look darker. See that? Right there and under here where his face is. Well, let's make his pupil purple. And I'm not really concerned with painting the rest of that, because I want that to stand out. But I would come here with the black and just lightly color, because I don't want it to stand out. So I'm addressing it, but I don't want it to have more attention than my giraffe has. Lightly, very lightly coloring it too. I don't want anything competing with the giraffe. See what that looks like? Very lightly colored. So I addressed it, but not much. Because I don't want anything competing with the giraffe. Nothing whatsoever. I can even come in here and put some glimmers of yellow here on the saddle, or the harness, should I say. There we have it. Thanks for joining me. Until next time.